Hi everybody! For this journaling with me, I am going to journal in all 6 of my journals. I do this a lot where I just have an urge to journal, so I'll just collect them all, sit down and just make my way through the pile. When I'm journaling with all 6 out in one sitting, I like to use this one and putting this one to the side. I just go through all of them and decide what I want to do in them, and then what I want to do I'll write down in this one so I don't forget it, and then I'll use this as a reference to go back through and do in all of them. If that makes sense. So right now I'm just gonna do it like I normally do. I'm just gonna go through each one and figure out what I want to do in each one and write it in here. So I figured it out what I want to do in this one, putting it to the side. Now moving on to this one. I collected some things today and I just stuck them in here. I can find right here. So I think I want to incorporate these in what I'm doing today. So I have this. These were just flyers. I went to a cafe. These are just 2 flyers and then 2 business cards that I thought were pretty. So I'm gonna do something with these in here. I like this rose. I think I might cut the rose out. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna cut the rose out, and then I really want to work on my drawing skills. So I'm gonna paste this in here after I cut it out, and then I'm going to try to add on with this rose myself and try to do the whole page with roses, and I might end up painting it or just leaving it. I'm not a good drawer at all, so this might be a little rocky. Kind of scared to do that. That's outside of my comfort zone. This one I want to do a couple pages in. Let's see, I'm right here, so I'll do this one, and actually I'll use maybe this one. No. See, this is just how I'm doing this exactly as how I journal when I'm by myself, just on my bed. So this is kind of my thought process. I'm just thinking out loud right here. I think I might do the lips because this background, her skin kind of goes with this color. So I might just cut out the lips and glue it in, and then talking about going to the coffee shop with my sister. So it says, one small thing you'd like to remember about today, and I think I'll do that, just spending simple times with people. Oh, and I forgot in here to write down what I'm doing in, this is just my everyday journal. I didn't mention that. I forgot to write down what I'm doing. So I'm doing cut out rose, add roses around it. So that's my horrible handwriting. And then I want to do more than one page in here. So I'll do this one. What's the next one? Things that make you feel healthy. I have these stamps. I want to use these sometimes today because I don't use them often. I'm just looking through. No. So some of these that I do in this 99 things that bring me joy are just plain out writing. I'll find one. Like this one, I just write whatever the prompt tells me to. Here too. And sometimes I add things. So I think for this one, I'm going to try to draw up here a yoga mat and talk about how yoga makes me feel healthy. So see what the next one is. See if we'll do 3. Small way to treat yourself. Yeah, we'll do 3. So this one, yoga, and then this one I'm just gonna plan out right, I think. Okay, this is my Art Doodle Love. And I'm going to do one of these. I'm gonna do more than this, I think. The prompt is, for 1 week, fill each space on this page with doodles of what happened each day. And I haven't been doing it each day. This one was on January 19th. This one was on February 11th. But I want to get these pages done with a doodle that you do every day. So I'm just going to do one of those. That's page 128. A page each time. And then I'm just going to fold it like that. And then I'm just going to go through and see if I want to, which one inspires me. I haven't done a lot of these, so I have a lot of options. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this page. It says, there's not a prompt, but there's just a quote. It says, nothing can bring you peace but yourself. And what I'm gonna do with this, I think I'm gonna do a couple stamps, and I have some acrylic paints, and I think this color, maybe the gold too. This and this. And then I have this little thing that I keep a bunch of scraps in, so I'm just gonna go through and see if any would work for this page. So I found this magazine clipping. Might cut her, trim off a little more, but I feel like she would work. Make a different pop of color in the background. Yeah, okay. So then this is page 100. So here I'm just gonna write 100 stamps, acrylic paint. Okay. And I'm gonna put those to the side. Oh, and for the color for the stamps, I have these two blues. I feel like this one. I use this one a lot, so I feel like I'm gonna go for this one. So put that there. And then the last one is my life journal. Oh, and if you want to see like an in-depth of each of the journal and like a journal explainer, I made all of my journals videos. I don't know if it's up, but it will be up soon. I'm just gonna do write favorites up here and make a list of my favorites. Okay, starting with this one. And the prompt is the craziest person in your life. I don't really have anybody crazy in my life, so that's what I'm gonna write. Okay, and this one is done. Just moving on, and I'm just gonna do this one. So I'm gonna get my scissors and I'm gonna cut these lips out. Roughly cut them out, and I'm just gonna glue them in. Okay, and I'm sorry for my handwriting, this sucks. The question is, one small thing that you'd like to remember about today? And I just said spending time with family. This one is things that make you healthy, so I'm just gonna draw the yoga mat and talk about that. So I ended up painting it with watercolors. I don't think it really looks like a yoga mat, but when I write, I'll say something about it, so it makes more sense. Done with that, just wrote like a sentence and I put yoga mat with a line pointing towards that thing up there. Is this dry yet? Nope. I'm just gonna let this dry, and actually while it's drying, I know I have still one more page to do in here. I'm just going to move on through this one. I am gonna use this bird. Okay. And I'm just gonna take this and just do some random birds. That's really my plan so far. Okay. I'm not the most creative person, and I have no clue if this is gonna turn out looking good, but it's all about, it's part of art learning, what looks good and what you can do, what your skills are, and then try to advance your skills, I think, at least. Okay. I'm just roughly cutting her out. I'm not trying to do like make it all pretty or anything. And then I'm just gonna glue her in right here. Yeah, sure. I have no clue where this page is going. I think I have an idea. So, there's this channel called The Fry Life that I watch, and she has a saying that says, "Fly when you think you can't walk." And I think, and with the birds and her in the air, I think I'm gonna write that somewhere. I think I'm gonna use a black paint marker to do that. But before that, I'm gonna make clouds out of the gold. I'm gonna use this for the paint. So I have my favorite brush. I'm just gonna shake this up a little. This is Martha Stewart's metallic paint. These are all kind of dirty. I'm just kind of gonna try to make clouds with this. Kind of looks like clouds if you squint. I'm liking how it looks when I don't use a lot of paint. I'm just gonna do the other side. I just finished doing the clouds. Don't know how easy it is to see on the camera, but kind of shimmery clouds. Don't really look like clouds, but whatever. So now I'm just gonna use this black paint marker and write "Fly when you think you can't walk." I'm done writing it. I think it's finished. I don't know. It's okay. So I'm just gonna let that paint marker dry and move back to doing the next page in here. This page just says "A small way to treat yourself," and I'm just gonna write it. Okay, I'm done writing it. So this one is done. Ooh, I'm gonna move on to doing this one. Right here. Just gonna cut this out, glue it on, and get back to you guys. So I'm just gonna go for this now. Okay, so that's my attempt so far. You can tell I am pretty horrible at doing this, and I kind of feel like just wanting to give up on filling the whole page with that and just write an entry talking about how I'm not a good artist, at least in like doing the sense, and just how I want to keep trying to work at it. Okay, so I'm done writing the entry, but yeah, so I'm just gonna keep going on. I'm gonna come back to my Art Doodle Love one and go to this page and just map out my day. Let's go like this. I'm just gonna do this one. So I'm just gonna write the date up here. It's February 19th. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So now this one is done too. And all we have left to do is my life journal, and what I'm gonna do in here is the favorites. So I might do like write favorites up here and then write food and then do what my favorite food is, book, favorite book. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll get back to you guys once I've filled this out. Okay, so I finished the list so far. If you can read, I know there's more things I could add to it, but like in the moment I couldn't think of anything else. So as the year goes on and I think of more stuff, I'll add it to the list. I hope you guys liked this video. If you like this type of video with me using all of my journals in a journal with me, let me know down below. Like it, subscribe it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.